guys, it's me, Wilson, and we're back for another video on the new game, F1 22, and we're here at Britain Silverstone. I'm sure you all know this track. We're here for a last to first challenge on the new game. It is a 25% race, I believe. As you can see, nothing too different has changed in the menus, but before we get going, keep in mind, I say this all the time, at the top of the screen, it says work in progress, so if there's little details here and there that aren't 100%, don't bash it. The game still has 2 months or so until it's fully released, so don't bash it. Give it time. There's still things that need to be added in and changed and tweaked. So that's all I want to say, really. But yeah, before we get into it, I thought this would be quite interesting. If you haven't seen it already, the wings have been quite dramatically changed. If you played the F1 games last game, you will have realised that the wings were 1 to 11. Now it goes all the way up to 50. Obviously, we're in Park Fermi right now on the default setup. So this is the default setup as of current. I have no clue how setups work at the moment in game, so we're just going to leave it how it is, drive with how it goes pretty much. We'll be doing what strategy should we do? Should we start in the mediums? We'll start in the mediums, go into the softs pretty early on. We won't go lap 12. I don't know how much fuel you use either in this game, so hopefully we don't burn too much. A lap and a half, hopefully, is just enough. So get the race undergoing. One thing which I find quite cool in this game, which I'm about to show you, is we can actually do the whole formation lap ourselves. So if you played last F1 game, you'll have realised that as you get to the end of the formation lap, the game takes over pretty much, and yeah, there's not much you can do. It takes over, it parks it for you. It does everything for you pretty much. It like snaps your wheel a bit and then AI takes over. But this game, you can actually park up on the grid spot yourself. Now, I haven't done this yet, so this could be quite a shock, as we probably should get hit into these tyres. This is my first time doing Grand Prix in general. I've not touched Grand Prix, so I don't know if anything apart from the formation has changed. I heard the pit stops have changed as well, so that's going to be new for me and new for you guys as well watching this video, so this will be interesting. It looks like, I could be completely wrong here, but it feels like the tyres heat up much slower than they did on the last game. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, my camera isn't covering it. I don't know if you can see though, but as Jeff likes to tell us, it's dry throughout. Yeah, the tyres seem to get be a little bit more difficult to heat up than the previous game. You can see I'm weaving quite a lot, going full lock through corners, and it's not really heating up as much as it would last game. So I think that's a good thing. I think it should be more difficult to get the tyres into their heat window. I wonder what it's like in the hard tyre, because this medium tyre is really difficult to get up to temperature. So that's going to be interesting, especially with pit stops. I'm also quite excited to see what the pit stop's like, because again, as I said, I've not done it, but this will be interesting to see how we line up on the grid. I'm quite nervous. I don't want to bottle job it, but yeah, this will be interesting as we try get heat into these tyres. We do a bit of a traction is much worse this game as reforming. All right, okay, so I guess this is it. The rear tyres are still very cold, unless the optimum working range is less this game, but I don't think it is. So we're the last one to park up. You can see there's a little blue thing. Okay, we need to let him go ahead. Oh, this is quite... Oh. We're quite far back. Can I go? Right, well, that's how you do it, I guess. Oh, and we've got 5 red lights. We're the last people. Here we go. And away we go for the British Grand Prix. We get a terrible start. This is 110% AI. We're just going to sit back, see what I can do. Our tyres are very cold as we try and go round outside of Magnus, and he is in the soft tyre. Can we dive bomb anyone? Oh! That was close. Big lock up on the front left there as we try and go round outside of 2 cars. Mid-corner grip's really nice in these cars. It's just the traction, which can be quite poor as I say that. And I have a big moment. Latifi is going to try and go for a move. We're trying to defend. I do not know how good 110% AI is as we break way too early. Tyres are still very cold. Is that Ricardo off? Oh my gosh, it's chaos. Is that yellow flag safe? No, it's just a yellow flag. Okay, thought we had a safety car for a minute. These AI are very quick. I am in the medium tyre. I'm going to have to push very hard to keep up. Ugh. As we're using literally everything. Kevin Magnussen has been disqualified. There's a big train ahead of us of cars. I don't know when we're going to pit, but from last game, as we get actually our first warning, so this isn't strict cutting. The AI aren't too quick at the moment, but as I said, keep in mind this is an early build, so the AI will not be fully complete, I imagine. As we go round Stowe, I think this is Stowe, I'm pretty sure. So a bit of a snap. Can we look down the inside of any cars? We have it on lock-on. Bash the wheels a little bit. That was a bit argy-bargy there, but we made the move sticking out. Al wants to know that. Can we make it 3 wide? Going into turn 1, should we do it? For the content, they say. Oh, and we get the move done. We're up into 12th place, so not too bad. We need to make sure we can get back in DRS though, because that's pretty crucial for this race. 11 laps to go. We're just a second out of Norris's DRS. I'm still not sure when we can pit, but as I said, based off of last game in a 25% race, you could pit pretty early onto these soft tyres. Still behind Norris. Looks like we've actually got decent pace compared to the AI, even though we are on the medium tyre. 110% AI, remember. Probably should have shown that at the start of the video, just for proof, but maybe I can show it at the end of the video. As Norris has a moment, can we maybe force him into a mistake? Yes, we maybe can. As he goes deep, we go round the outside of Norris. Oh, we actually tap our rear tyre to him. Is he still there? Yes, he's still alive. DRS is enabled, and we're out of it. We need to get back in that ASAP. Oh, the understeer. Took way too much speed into that corner. Looks like we'll be back in the DRS. As long as we don't bottle this next section. Let's go round this corner. Can we get it? Yes. I think we've got it. No, we don't. Maybe there was a detection point somewhere else. But we have used a lot of ERS. Now that I keep looking down at it, we should probably stop using the ERS, but trying to keep up with these AI. They're not slow, especially when you're in the medium tyre. Makes life a bit difficult, as we've got 2 warnings, so we cannot get another warning. I'm not used to the initial understeer of these cars. We should have DRS for this next straight. This is the hangar straight, I believe. Probably should know most of these straight names, as it is technically my home track, at least on the F1 calendar. So open DRS. We've actually got quite a lot of wear. So more than I would expect. Getting a lot more wear than last game, I think. Let's go into this next right-hander. It's kind of hard to tell how dirty air is against the AI cars, because, you know, it's not real humans. As they go side by side, leave us the room. That's Sebastian off. He just let us fly through. And we're up into 10th place. I don't know if anyone's made a pit stop yet, as Jeff reminds us. Or I think it's Jeff this year. Reminds us we're in the top 10. Can we make a move in Stroll? Can we try and dummy him? No, we can. I'm not used to it. Oh my gosh, as he parks it on the apex, we try and go round outside of him. Can we make it work? Can we out-traction them side by side? I don't know what this straight's called, but now Vettel's coming after us. We're going to have to use our ERS. Side by side with the Aston Martins. We're going to be 3 wide going into... I can't remember the name of this corner. Luffield. And we come out on top. That could have ended much worse than it did. Next up is Bottas, but I'm sure we should be pitting pretty soon. The tyre wear... I think the tyre is a little bit higher. As you can see, we've got a lot more front tyre wear, as the car is a little bit more understeery, and we are in a default setup, so it's not been very catered towards saving these tyres. Bottas pits, so that's them going on to the medium compound tyre, as I've went 1 gear too low. But one thing I have noticed this game, as we're going to need to push in this in lap actually, one thing I have noticed in this game, thank you Jeff, one thing I have noticed this game is I can't get butted in this time, is the tyres so far. This is, remember this is early, so this could change a lot, but I'm not really overheating, which I think is a good thing maybe. I've not made too many big mistakes, but it's definitely Jeff needs to shut up. yeah, it's really hard to get these tyres into the optimum window, so I wonder if overcuts might be a little bit stronger this game. We've seen in real life, especially at tracks like Bahrain, when the overcut looked pretty good because the warm-up was so difficult. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in these pit stops, as maybe we could try and pass Alonso on the hangar straight. We're going to use all rear S, the last of it. Can we set up? I think we're going to be too far back. I'm not too sure how powerful DRS is in this game. It's not looking crazy powerful. It hasn't been too powerful in real life. Not going to be able to get anything done. Can we dummy the AI? No, we cannot. Our teammates in the pits, we're going to have to stay one more lap. That's alright. Right, so we're going to box this lap. We've got no ERS, literally. Max is 20.3 seconds behind. So I think that's quite a big gap. I think a pit stop around here is about 30 seconds. Can't remember where we brake. I usually use a Marshall on the right. There was one there, but we take it fairly safe. As we're into the pits now. Hopefully I've binded my clutch button for the pits. I can't remember if you need to do that. But into the pits now. As we go, it's a very long pit stop here. Very grilling, as I don't know what button that is. That's can I turn on my set right? I don't know what button that was, but that's the interactive pit stops for you. Not too sure what my button 3 is. But there you go. It looks like if you miss hitting that button in a good time, you will lose time. So it'll be interesting to see if leagues actually use that, if esports uses that, for all the competitive players out there. We're actually going to come out in a pretty decent... Right, well, I've had to use a tricky flashback as Bottas completely crashed in front of us. We've got 2 warnings because of it. As we go through this next corner, this is exactly what he done, as there's a major crash. What is going on back there? No wonder I couldn't avoid that. Yeah, that's what I had to use the flashback for. But yeah, these tyres, cold. In the minute of that pit stop, we've had buttons not binding, flashbacks happening. It's been absolute chaos, but yeah. These tyres, extremely cold on exit the pits. I think I'm not too... I need... Shut up, Jeff. As I was saying, the tyre warm-up seems very difficult this game. And as well, I'm pretty sure in real life the tyre blankets aren't allowed to go hotter than a certain degree now. I can't remember what it is. As we've got a lot of wear in our outlap, 7% in our outlap. It is a 25% race, so the tyre wear will be a little bit higher than the 50% or 100%, obviously. I've gained a huge amount of time to that slow speed in Russell, half a second actually. So, decent pace to the slow speed in this Ferrari. Oh, end of lap 9. Pulled the gap down pretty dramatically. We do not have any ERS. We didn't gain any in the pits, which is a difference to last game. We usually gain quite a lot in the pits. We've gained pretty much nothing. But yeah, we've gained a decent amount on Russell. I don't think it's going to be enough though to catch him by the end. And even if it was, we've got that 3-second bugged penalty or whatever. Don't know why we got that. But yeah, that's the beauty of a beta. That is going to be it. George has actually pulled a lot on us now. These tyres have fell off quite a bit actually. Really struggling now. Maybe if I had higher graphics, you could see a bit more graining. 1.1 seconds off. They really fell off towards the end of that race. It's going to be P5 for the British Grand Prix. But yeah, that was the video, as he speaks quite loudly over us. Hopefully my voice is louder than Crofty's. But yeah, couldn't quite get first to tyre warm-up. There's a lot of different things in there. Sorry, the pit stops got quite messy with me not being able to bind buttons. So sorry if the editing got a little bit choppy there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos on the 22 game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.